Well, as the Charlotte Knights get ready to play ball for the first time this season, we're learning more about their new manager.
Sports director Nick Carboni joins us live from Truist Field. So Nick, we're learning the manager actually used to play for the Knights.
Absolutely. Justin Jirschele played for the Charlotte Knights for a couple of years, 2014 and 15. In 2014, he was part of the team that opened this beautiful park that we now know as Truist Field. And tonight, he will take the top step of the first base dugout as the Charlotte Knights manager. I want to welcome in Justin Jirschele. Jirsch, welcome. I know it's been a long road to get here since you were a player. What's it like as you're about an hour and 15 minutes from this thing starting off?
It's awesome. Can't wait to get going. I've touched on it numerous times, but there's a lot of administrative stuff that goes on these first few days, behind the scenes type things. So we're just excited to get back out there in between the lines and compete again and see what we got.
I know you guys just got here, just broke spring training, got here Wednesday for that quick workout. In the early stages, what do you think about the club the White Sox have put together for you down here?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's going to be an exciting club. Usually it takes a week or two to find your identity as a ball club, right? Kind of see how you stack up against the rest of the league, and you get a little bit more identity to your bullpen and things like that, and your starting rotation kind of settles in a little bit, and you balance the early season injuries, all those types of things play a factor in it. But like I said, we're excited to get going and see what we got.
I know you get this question all the time, including from me. You're only 32 years old, one of the youngest managers in pro ball. You've managed single A, double A. Triple A is a bit different. Got a couple guys on this roster that are your age, 32, and at some point you're probably going to have somebody older. So how do you approach this level from a managerial standpoint when you factor that in?
Yeah, you find that balance. I'm big on relationships, right? So you find those types of guys that you can joke around with, the guys you got to be harder on, the guys you don't really have to push, and you can kind of give them their freelance, if you will. So it's just balancing and learning the player themselves and what makes them tick. Everybody's going to be different, and really just trying to find that good balance of who's who.
Fans, players, managers, all getting used to the new rules in pro baseball. Here in AAA, we had pitch clock last year, we had automatic balls and strikes last year, bigger bases. One I think is going to be interesting as the seasons go on and is new here too, is they're banning the defensive shift in the infield. How do you think that'll affect pitchers, hitters, and fielders alike?
Well, I think it's definitely going to bring more offense, right? I think it adds a little bit more scouting on spray charts and all the information that we can gather pregame-wise to put guys in the right spots, because obviously it opens up holes not being able to have three guys on one side of second base. So it's definitely going to bring more offense to the game. You just try to combat it the best you can defensively.
All right, Justin Jirschele, new Charlotte Knights manager, thank you for joining us. Good luck in Game 1.
All right, thank you.
All right, coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to hear from one of the Knights who might take advantage of those new rules, Billy Hamilton. Really good at stealing bases in the big leagues. That's coming up in a few. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Nick, thank you. More after the break.